She stood on a world stage, waving calmly as the cameras flashed. Millions watching. But if the rumors are true, if the stories whispered in the dark corners of the internet have any truth, then in that moment, we weren't just looking at a queen. We were looking at a descendant of the gods, not in a metaphorical way, not just royalty by blood, but royalty by something older, something not entirely human. Now pause, let that sink in. What if some of the world's most powerful people, presidents, kings, tech billionaires, aren't just part of old money or elite families, but part of an ancient, hidden bloodline? A bloodline that began not on Earth, but in the skies? It sounds insane. It should sound insane, but it's a theory that refuses to die. And it begins over 6,000 years ago, in a place most people have never heard of. Sumer. The people of Sumer left behind thousands of clay tablets, their language etched into stone. They spoke of beings called the Anunnaki, not spirits, not gods of imagination, but beings that descended from the sky, beings who taught humans farming, math, writing, beings who ruled. Now here's where it gets strange. Some translations, highly debated but still circulating, suggest the Anunnaki didn't just guide humans. They created us. Imagine this. Early humans, primitive, wandering, and then suddenly they're planting crops, building cities, studying stars, like something changed. Fast. Almost unnaturally fast. One theory says the Anunnaki combined their DNA with early humans, like mixing two computer codes to make a more advanced program. They weren't just teaching us, they were upgrading us. And here's the twist. According to the same story, the Anunnaki didn't leave without a plan. They made sure their own blood would remain in charge, a hidden lineage, carried through royal families, protected, preserved, from the pharaohs of Egypt to the monarchs of Europe, even to modern presidents. If that sounds far-fetched, consider this. In the year 2012, a genealogy study claimed that 43 out of 45 U.S. presidents share a common ancestor, an English king from centuries ago. Coincidence? Maybe. But now take Queen Elizabeth II. Her family tree, proudly traced, leads all the way back to Mesopotamia, home of the Anunnaki. Now ask yourself, why do elite families marry within the same circles, generation after generation? Is it just about money and control, or is it about preserving something deeper? And it gets darker. Some believe that this bloodline didn't just stay in royal palaces, it went underground. That today's so-called Illuminati, those said to pull the strings of global finance, media, and war, are the descendants of the Anunnaki. And the rest of us, we're living in their carefully crafted world. Let's stop here, let's breathe. Because even if you think this is all myth, there's something deeply human about the idea. The feeling that no matter how hard we try, a small group is always just ahead, smarter, richer, more connected, untouchable. It's not just conspiracy, it's a reflection of our fears. But there's something else, something more real. In 2003, scientists mapped the human genome, and inside our DNA they found something unexpected. Around 8% of it didn't match anything from known human ancestors. No Neanderthals, no Denisovans, nothing familiar. They called it junk DNA. But what if it's not junk? What if it's a fingerprint, a mark, a clue? Because when you dig through ancient myths from different cultures, Sumer, Egypt, the Maya, you start hearing the same story, told in different ways. Sky beings, genetic changes, a chosen class of rulers. Even today, names like Elon Musk, Beyonce, and Jay-Z have found themselves pulled into this myth. Not because they claim it, but because people see something, a pattern, a glow, a difference. Again, no one's saying they're aliens, but people are asking, why them? Why do they rise so far above everyone else? Now here's the part that stings. What if you've been playing a game you never had a chance to win? What if the rules were written before you were born by someone who no longer walks the earth, but whose bloodline still does? You're about to see how this story goes deeper into secret symbols, elite gatherings, and why some family names never disappear, no matter what happens to the world around them. But before we go there, ask yourself this. If power is passed through blood, whose blood built the world you live in? Don't answer yet, because Act 2 will take you somewhere you didn't expect. And once you see it, you won't unsee it.